In this episode, we visit a distillery inspired by a lighthouse. We take a detour to a chambered cairn. We explore some Neolithic roundhouses. And we find what is quite possibly the best park up in North Uist. So we bade farewell to Eriskay and headed across the causeway. We didn't really believe that the beaches of Uist could be any better than the beaches of Barra, but how wrong we were. Our youth hostel is utterly charming. It's a restored Scottish black house. The hostel is situated in a picturesque area with medieval ruins and dark skies, making it an ideal spot for nature lovers. We were hopeful that we would spot some otters, but sadly there were none to be seen. Our base for the evening was Kilbride campsite, modern with plenty of facilities and a beautiful beach just right across the road. The Cladh Hallen roundhouses date from Neolithic times. Originally they would have had stone walls, driftwood roofs and the sunken floors which can still be seen. Each roundhouse had a distinct purpose. The most northerly one was used for burial, where past inhabitants would have been mummified. The middle house used for habitation. It's thought that this house was probably continuously inhabited for a period spanning 900 years. Welcome to the roundhouses from the air, everyone. As you'll discover, this lady was constructed under very unusual circumstances. Here we are. This is Our Lady of the Isles. She was built in defiance of an MOD station which is situated just over that hill there. If I can, I'll manage to put an arrow in and you'll be able to see. Before Before our visit to Scotland, we knew very little about Flora Macdonald, but we were to soon learn how she secured her place in Scottish history. Flora Macdonald was born in 1722. A heroine of the history books, Flora Macdonald was a woman of great strength, character and courage. She played an instrumental role in supporting Bonnie Prince Charlie and the Jacobite cause while he was in exile after the Battle of Culloden. As the prince hid in the hills of South Uist, plans for his escape were forming. With the help of Neil McCann, Flora acquired travel permits for their passage to Skye, and these were signed by her stepfather Hugh MacDonald, a commander of the Hanoverian militia. During this quest, Flora Macdonald and Lady Clan Ranald disguised Bonnie Prince Charlie as a servant. In difficult sea conditions, Flora and the crew set sail for Skye, accompanied by her supposed spinning maid Betty Burke, more formally known as Prince Charles Edward Stuart. 2 weeks later, and after the crew on board confessed to these events, Flora was arrested and taken to the Tower of London. She was held in premises outside the Tower for under a year until her release in 1747, following the Act of Indemnity. Benbecula Distillery produces its own gin, whisky and rum. Formerly a salmon processing plant, a community buyout in 2006 has transformed the site into the facility that you see today. The lighthouse structure echoes the Stevenson Lighthouse on the nearby Monarch Islands. It also encases the distillery's handmade copper pot still. The distillery offers guided tours lasting 45 minutes. These tours give an insight into the area's history and the distilling process. And as we crossed the causeway over into North Uist, we couldn't resist a slight detour for yet another history lesson. Barpalangas is a Neolithic chambered cairn thought to be at least 5,000 years old. It can be accessed via a path in the car park located by the A867, 5 miles from Loch Maddie. The walk up is a steady one, and on the right day, the views would be spectacular. As you can see, the weather gods were not on our side. As the skies brightened, we made our way to our park up, and what a park up it turned out to be. Clachan Sands is located just south of Leverborough in the very northern tip of North Uist. campsite and park-up encompass a dramatic backdrop of both sea and sky. The colours are quite simply mesmerising. In fact, it seems to have a colour palette all of its own. Simply sit back and enjoy the view. Truly a room with a view. Unfortunately, the next day we awoke to biblical rain, so it was time to move on. Join us for the next episode when we explore the delights of Harris and Lewis. And if you've enjoyed our content, don't forget to like and subscribe.